Hey, welcome to Intercourse. Kurt Sutter, this is our live streaming little fan-based interaction. We've been doing this a few weeks now with the help of my buddy Jason Hall at Twin Galaxies and HD Films. Basically what we do is I stammer and don't make sense for a little bit, and then we bring people on and answer questions. Forgive me if I'm a little delirious. I've been up for about almost 48 hours straight with just several naps and a lot of cigarettes and a lot of rock star. Getting out the next script, which I was already a week behind on. But it's out. Not quite sure what it is, but they tell me it's going to work. So I'd like to apologize across the board to my production team, and so that's why I'm a little dopey. But clearly luxury problems, and clearly if I had better time management skills, I would have been done already. So we premiered this week, and I know we had the fan challenge, and everybody's anxious because they know that we beat last year's totals, because a lot of people, obviously in the trades, report same-day numbers. And the reason why I have not said anything yet, FX is really trying to take a stand in terms of, I guess, policy to a certain extent in the industry. There are so many factors that determine ratings these days, and half of them I don't even fucking understand, and and my job depends on it. It's obviously it's live. It's across 113 different demographics. That's perhaps an exaggeration, but and then there's Live Plus 3, which is 3 days. And then there's Live Plus 7. So there's all these different things that factor how many people have actually watched the show. And what ends up happening is you report same day, a show either did great or bombed, and then you report 3 day and 7 day. So you never really get an accurate answer, and it's all fucking PR hype and spin. So FX is just really sort of taking a stand and not reporting numbers till they have more accurate data. And I'm quite honestly just trying to honor that. So we did do well, and I'll get that data on Monday, and on Monday I will announce the results of the fan challenge, and then probably spend the next week or two with my assistant and some people that help me out with social media, and we'll sort of go through and pick who those winners will be. I'm not quite sure how many it's going to be. Apparently, we are allowed to do more this year, so perhaps as many as 20 or 25 people, maybe more. And then what I do with the international folks is, because we don't bring in folks from other countries, we have immigration rules at Fox, so I will send them swag bags. So I will announce that on Monday, and I think you'll all be pleased. So we have. Are you guys? Are they on? You can pop them in.
We're here. Hello, we're here at the El Rey.
Are they connected, Xander?
Yes. Can you see us? We can see you. You can't see us.
Yeah, they're in. They're in. Yep.
Hey, it's Katie Segal.
Hi.
Who?
Well, honey, I can't hear you.
It's Katie Segal, who lives in this house with me, and my music supervisor and composer, Bob Thiel, the mastermind. There he is, the mastermind behind.
About Mike. I got to get my rock clothes for the show.
Yeah, he has to get his rock clothes for the gig.
Bob's going to go squeeze into his leather pants.
Leather pants, baby. It's my one chance.
So they are doing their gig tonight at the El Rey Theater, which I believe is sold out. Is that correct?
Yes, I think we're sold out.
We're sold out.
It's the Forest Rangers. It's the band from the show and me. It's going to be awesome.
The one that I've been wearing.
Who's singing? Who's going to be there?
Tonight it's me. It's Frankie Perez.
Great. You're half on camera, Katie.
Wait a minute. Bob will know more.
What's the question?
Who's singing tonight, Bob?
We got Frankie Perez.
Yes.
We have Audra May.
Yes.
We got this guy, the White Buffalo. I don't know who he is, but it's...
he's awesome.
He's very good.
He's really
I haven't heard
good.
his stuff yet. And Katie is going to sing a few songs as well.
A bunch. I'm singing a whole bunch.
You are? I thought I was going to be singing a lot.
No, I'm singing a lot.
Okay.
So any new songs in the set?
We are going to preview one song tonight, which was in the series season premiere this year.
Awesome. So and Bohemian Rhapsody, which here I'm going to say this: if you haven't seen the premiere, there's going to be spoilers.
Yes.
So you should probably ignore me, like the people over there in that square. Sorry.
No way.
We did Bohemian Rhapsody. We did. Bob did an amazing cover with a lot of those people he just mentioned, and that's available on iTunes and doing very well apparently.
We're on the charts.
We're on the charts, baby.
Charts.
And it's 17 and a half minutes long, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
well, that's after you got done with
it. It's really good.
It is. It's an entire act, right?
It's actually got like a very small hater index. I was surprised that we wouldn't get more haters on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Very few haters.
I love the haters because they just keep me right on the edge of hating my life. So it's what motivates me. It's the self-loathing that keeps me going. So Bohemian Rhapsody is out there, and the season premiere is also I think it's on FX now. It's also on iTunes. What else should we say about music, Bob? Here's your chance to sell shit.
Go.
Well, I have to go, so I was going to say goodbye. I have to go upstairs, and I'm sort of a regular on your show now, so maybe they'll see me next week too. Just calls me like 10 minutes before it's about to happen, and he says, "Where are you? Could you get everybody on the Skype?" So we did it last week, and now we've done it again. I think I should get paid extra. That's what I think.
You should. You're gonna be shopping. You're gonna be at the mall, and you're gonna be Skyping in. And, just you and Manson. That's all I'm gonna be able to get.
Manson. Hopefully Manson will be here tonight. That would be good, right?
Oh, that's cool. So, all right, Bob, sell some shit. What do you got to sell?
Nothing to sell, man. Bohemian Rhapsody was amazing. Never My Love was amazing. Forest Rangers are going to go quiet for 2 episodes. We'll be back on episode 4 with a great old blues tune. We got some amazing shit in 705. 707's happening. So it's another chock full of music season.
And 710 too, which I just delivered an hour ago. There's a
really? Should I get off and start reading it? Okay.
And don't tell me about what you're doing with the Forest Rangers.
Tonight, we're playing. The band doesn't get a chance to play together that much. So tonight, we're doing a special show at the El Rey on Wilshire Boulevard in Hollywood, California.
Right.
We're doing a lot of songs from the show. We're not, unfortunately, doing probably the song everybody would like to hear us do because it's so massively monumental, and we couldn't find 3 children who could sing it at short notice. But we are going to do Never My Love, and we have a couple of special guests coming from the show who are going to, be nuisances on stage. We've got this is the Forest Rangers. This is Katie and the Forest Rangers. So this is as much fun as we're allowed to have.
What? Tell me about your album, though. How can they help you with your album?
We're actually making a record, and we're doing it on this really amazing platform called Pledge Music. It's PLEDGE, Pledge, like I pledge allegiance. PledgeMusic.com, and it's a really, it may seem like a Kickstarter, but it's not. It's really about actively involving the fans with what it is we do. Like, for instance, I actually did a little film thing in my studio where I broke down how I created Bohemian Rhapsody. From January 29th, man, when you called me up and said, I'm thinking of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, that's
Seriously.
awesome, dude.
And I opened up the original file on my computer, and it's me going, so it really is kind of like the genesis of how I kind of found your voice in that song.
I actually, dude, that's an amazing idea. We should try. It would be cool. I don't know if you'd be open to it, but we should take. How we get all your temps for a song? No, seriously. Like we get you'll be like, what do you think? What do you think of this? Because it's really great to see your process and to see how much work that goes into it. From, hey, what do you think of this? And because you probably end up doing, depending on the song, anywhere from 3 to 5 just floaters basically before you even start doing anything permanent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really great to work on this show as compared to other shows where you really have some time, because you're so great. You tell me 4 months in advance, like, I really want to do Bohemian Rhapsody. Right. There's no way. I needed January, February, March, and April to I'm not kidding, because you've got all those temps of me fumbling through it. And what's weird is the hardest part for me to get was when it goes, so you think you can stow me and spit in my eyes, because I kept trying to reinvent it. And then I finally said, fuck, I reinvented the other 4 sections. Why not just leave this one as it is? No.
And it's great because you need that energy in that piece anyhow. So it's a beautiful cover, Bob. And you are such a big part of the show, and people love the music. And
can't we just do it for another couple of years, man?
I wish. We'll do something else.
Guys will like Kirk Sutter.
We'll do medieval songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did. Tell me when you want me to go away.
Some dude with a lute and a fucking penny whistle, So
lute and flute.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to change my guitar strings.
Change your guitar. I'll see you guys there in a bit.
Okay, man. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Let's take a few calls. It's really late, but let's take a few calls or Skypes or whatever the fuck I'm doing here.
Lines are now open. People will be calling in shortly. Just call out who you want to talk to.
Thank you. How's it going? Xander?
Oh, good.
Is it going well? Okay.
Yeah, everything's great. That was Bob. Sounded great, and it was great to see Katie. So
good. I think we have somebody in box number 6, the young lady.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I was just wondering, was it hard when you recorded with Katie when she was doing scenes with Rod and stuff, like sex scenes and stuff? Was it awkward for your wife being there?
First of all, it's so creepy because I can only see you every once in a while when you dip into the light. So I just sort of see this this jelly-like shadow. There you go. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. There you are. Hi. You sound sick. Are you okay? You have a cold?
I am sick. I have the flu, but I wouldn't miss this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Don't sneeze on the screen because I'm so fucking paranoid. I'll think I got sick.
I'm super contagious, so it's lucky it's over Skype.
The question was, do I mind watching my wife fuck other guys? And the answer is no. No, it's not. It's acting and, and I got to tell you, her and Jimmy are fucking hot together. Who wouldn't want to watch that? And my wife hates when I answer that way, but that's the truth. No, it's all, they're great together. And here's the truth. The truth is it's so rare for actors to have that kind of chemistry. And the fact that Katie had it with both Ron and Jimmy is really, and it's completely different energy, but they were both really, you believed them. And it really is. It's quite rare. So you sort of look past that, like my male insecurity looks past that because my ego is bigger than my male insecurity. So and it really helps the show. So that's my proper answer. That doesn't make me sound completely like a cuckold. Okay, let me go to another question. How about the lady with the glasses and the blonde hair? I believe that's box number, I don't know. Hi. Yes. Okay, let me go to another question. How about right here?
Therefore needed to mute her mic, unfortunately, so she needs to remedy that. So if you want to go to somebody else.
Okay. I can't hear you because you've muted yourself. I'm sorry. Yes, I can't hear you. That's right. Okay, let's go to the gentleman in the middle at the top. Who, right here. Yes. The guy rubbing his nose right now.
Holy fuck.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, buddy.
All right, what's up, man?
How are you, Bob? What's your name?
All right. What's that?
What's your name?
Matt Dunnington.
Hey, Matt. How are you?
Good. I got a question for you.
Okay.
What's up with that new show you got? Bastards of something?
It's the Bastards of something. It's the show. Hopefully that we'll do after Sons. The network FX is committed to do the pilot, so we will be shooting that in April or May in the UK. All I have to do first is write it.
Yeah.
But when I pitch, I do a very I have to know, A, if I want to do it, and B, if I have the skill set to do it. So my pitches are always really detailed, and my pitch documents are pretty much 15 or 20 page treatments. So the good thing is that I've been able to generate a fairly detailed treatment for that show. So we've been able to do quite a bit of prep work and quite a bit is an exaggeration. Some prep work. We've done some scouting. But my plan is to write it in November when as soon as I'm done directing the finale, and then hopefully go over the first of the year to begin prep. But it takes place in the 1300s in the UK, and it's about a medieval executioner. So absolutely no violence whatsoever.
All right. Am I even on?
You're on, buddy.
All right. Oh, okay, my video stopped. All right, well, good. I'll let somebody else take up your time.
Okay. How about the young lady in box number 1?
My name is Nicole, and hey, we follow each other on Twitter.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Have I been rude to you or said awful things?
Horrible shit, man. Terrible.
I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I guess my question is, I have my own theory about who she is, but are we going to find out who the homeless lady is?
It's a very common question, and I have this really pat, annoying answer, and the answer is that she if you go back to my pretentious Hamlet paradigm, she represents a little bit of the magic in the show, and we did actually learn quite a bit about her last season.
Right.
And therein lies some of the questions about who she is and where she comes from. But it just sort of evolved out of the first season, and she sort of is where she is. She represents what she represents, and I have a sense of what her role is, and I almost feel like to identify it specifically kind of undermines it. And I don't just say that to be annoying and completely vague, but that's kind of the truth. So perhaps when it all sort of comes to a close, and I'll be able to be a little bit more specific about that. But I like to leave it up to you guys, because I think it generates a lot of discussion. It generates a lot of theories, and I love that shit. So.
And we're running out of theories because, so much is getting answered as we go along. So it's good to still have them.
That's right. Things are coming to a head. All right. Thank you. Let's go to, does the blonde lady have a mic yet? And she has no mic. Okay. Let's go to the lady in box number, is that 6?
7, I think. I was just wondering, for the opening credits, kind of where did that design come from? Was it your idea? Was it somebody else? Because I think it's really cool with the tattoos, because they're such a significant part of each character.
I think that was I was just trying to think. My post producer Craig Yahada. We work with a post production house, and whose name escapes me because I barely can remember my children's name at this point. But I think it was Craig came up with some of the initial design. I knew that I wanted the tattoos to sort of be a significant through line through the opening credits, but they're the ones that the graphic artists and they're the ones that sort of came up with the way it happens and the style of it all, and have really kind of made it work, and it's cool because we actually they've been changing a lot the last few years, and we lost a couple last year, and we have a couple new ones this year, so it's always sort of fun to play with, and that was not all my idea, but I'm sure I've taken credit for it at some point. Let's do one more question. The gentleman in box number 8.
Hello?
Hello, yes.
Hi. I had a couple questions. Has there been any progress on the first 9 series prequel?
You guys just don't want to talk about the show, man. You just want to talk about other things. Now the lady's holding up a sign. The first 9, here's the deal with the first 9. It was an idea I had back in season 2, actually, and brought it up to the network, and at that point there wasn't a lot of traction, and but it's obviously as the show has gotten more successful and the IP has gotten more successful, and Fox is making a lot more money selling merchandise, there's a lot of interest for a potential ongoing situation. So, we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot to keep the IP going. We have graphic novels. We have a novel coming out. We have the game coming out. We have our own brand of Sons of Anarchy crack whores we're putting out. They'll be hitting the streets sometime soon. We have so we have the IP is continuing, and so the plan is to kind of let the mythology rest for a year or two. Because what I don't want to do is, have this show end and then sort of come right back at it with, another incarnation of it. So I'd like to let the mythology rest for a year or two, and then we would come back, and it would be strictly an origins piece, and I think it would have a completely different feel. Tonally, it would be a different show. It would probably begin in the Vietnam War with John Teller and Piney, and it would sort of tell the origin story. And my guess right now is because FX is now into long form and doing a lot of miniseries. So my sense is it's good because I didn't necessarily see it as an ongoing series. Because what I didn't want to do is back up or start to encroach on the mythology that we've created with Sons, with a previous mythology. So I think doing a one-off and doing maybe 10 or 12 episodes, we'd really be able to tell that story, and I think the fans would enjoy it, and I think it would sort of let both projects kind of live independently and yet feed each other. So that's my incredibly long-winded answer to, and I don't even remember the question anymore. So I think that's going to be it for questions. Thank you for continuing to show up for this. We will try to keep doing this. I'll try to be on time next time. Thank you, Xander and Jason. I had to put my kid to bed, and she gets she's very demanding. She needs 3 to 5 books. So I tried to sneak out at 7 o'clock, and it was ugly. So that's it. Thank you. I will announce the specifics about the fan challenge hopefully on Monday. I will then give you all the details from the network and what it means and blah, blah, blah. And then we will actually pick the winners. And, here's the deal. There is no, like most of my life, there's really no process. It just sort of, shit just kind of happens. So there's nothing you can do. There's not an application to fill out. There's not a contest. It's really just me, over the past 6 months or so, if I see a fan who's really engaged in the show that, retweets stuff and isn't a dick, I've been jotting down some ideas and stuff. So I have a pretty good sense of who those people might be. And then what we do is we run them through Fox clearance to make sure they're not psychopaths. And then we have a party. So that's the plan. Thank you. I love you, motherfuckers. And I will see you Tuesday night, 10 p.m., episode 2. It doesn't suck. Thank you.